Greetings, I'm Pillar Nexus, Ancient Gladiator, today with the first 3 rounds of INIS. So I'm going to go ahead and use all the seasons of INIS stuff because it doesn't get too terribly complicated. So let's go ahead and go there. So I've got all 5 players. We've got the harbors, the islands are mixed in. I made my freaking thing to hold the various advantage cards. That way I can shuffle those instead of trying to shuffle the freaking tiles. And it keeps the little picture of the matching tile secret. We've got the extra action cards shuffled in. We've added in all the new Epic Tale cards, so there's a massive stack of them. This is not part of the game, but it's for my sanity to keep track of who's the current player. The season is going to start on the spring. Spring Festival of Imbolc. Alright. Everyone's drafted their cards. Everyone's got their territory advantages. I'm going to keep everyone's cards face up so that I'm just not having to try to remember if someone's got a reaction or anything. Just have to pretend that they don't know what everyone else has completely. With actual drafting, you're going to have a little bit of idea where your card might end up. So, got black in the hills, we got blue in the iron mine, we got orange in the cove. The cove starts with the harbor. The Bren making the capital gives it a harbor too, but a tile can only have one harbor anyway. Salmon's Creek starts with the harbor. Harbors are considered adjacent to each other, but you can only make one move by sea whenever you move clans. Green's over in the Highlands. And white's over in Salmon's Creek. Remember what everyone's got here. Alright. And we're currently going counterclockwise. So yeah. Also featuring the We Want a King token. This gives you a visual. Here's a reminder of the victory conditions. But also, when checking for victory, if the Bren is not one of the tied players, this gets flipped over to We Need a King. And it becomes the last turn of the game. Or the last round. So if nobody has any victory condition, the Bren wins. The pretender having the most victory conditions wins. In case of a tie, the Bren wins if tied. If the Bren is not tied, then the tied pretenders share the victory. So possible to have multiple winners that way. Alright. So we start with orange. They can't pretend. They can't claim any pretender stuff, so let's see what we can do here. Let's go ahead and do exploration. Now, is anybody going to react to it? White has every right to play geese and just basically shut that down. But having more territories is going to be critical in the long term. So White's not going to play the geese. Yeah. And it's going to happen. Okay. So, draw a new territory from the nice little envelope there I made. Valley. And with everything in alphabetical order, should be able to find it. Yeah, there's no way in hell they're shuffling these tiles. Honestly. I mean, it looks cool, but it's like shuffling these is just how how's that work? All right. Then the territory allows place one clan there, otherwise place one clan in the capital. So we're going to expand out this way. To be adjacent to these two territories. Okay. And I'm currently not the chieftain there, so I don't get the card yet. Or it's not the assembly phase where I can get the advantage cards. So it's just out there for now. Just waiting. Alright. And then it goes to Green's turn. They're going to do the Master Craftsman so I can actually see the Epic Tale cards. But no, White's going to say no to that. So, Geese is when an opponent plays an action card, ignore the effect and discard it. So, White has one less card to work with. But they're trying to keep that power level down a little bit. So let's go to White's turn. Let's see. We'll do Salmon's Creek. Since we have that advantage, place one clan in any territory with a harbor where you're present. While the territory I'm currently occupying. So I've got more to work with later. And token moves over and go to Black's turn. Let's see. Well, let's see here. Those sanctuaries. Clearly they didn't draft their cards too well because they're pick some weird stuff. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and do the yeah, they did not draft their cards well at all. Great. Oh yeah, Scouts and Spies would work. Look at the action cards in one opponent's hand. We'll look at orange. Okay. Okay. And then you can move any one of your clans from one territory to any adjacent territory. And they can start a clash. Start one in the Cove. They're going to retreat to the Citadel. And then the Instigator has their first move to make. And it's going to be to make the orange player either discard a card or lose a clan. We're going to go ahead and discard emissaries then. And then orange will force them to give up their clan or give up a card. Let's give up the festival. And let's remember to do the thing we were planning to do in the first place. So we'll initiate our maneuver of attack. Orange will go ahead and give up their clan, but Black's going to play Warlord. During a clash with you involved, after a maneuver is performed, place one exposed clan in this territory and choose who performs the next maneuver. That'll be me. And I'll go ahead and withdraw one person back to the hills, and we'll go ahead and agree with myself that this fight is over. Alright. And then it goes to blue. Alright. Well, blue will go ahead and use their Bard and draw the Epic Tale card, because I want to see what the hell they do. Alright. Nawada's Sword will be fun to play later. During a clash, when an opponent plays a Triskel card, that card has no effect. And draw 2 Epic Tale cards and give one of them to the opponent. Keep one for yourself. Cool. Alright. So after those first turns in the round, we've already got more territory, we've already got some clashing going on. So how's this going to continue so far? Okay. So we'll do is Clan's Harmony. Place one clan in any territory where you're present, or place one clan in each shared territory where you're present. Alright, so we'll go ahead and do that. And then we'll play Cove as a response to it. It's not during a clash, so the Nawada Sword can't be used against it. Cove. After you play a season card, take the action card that was set aside during the assembly phase and add it to your hand. Then set aside one action card from your hand. Oops. So we ended up with a Druid, which can only be played if it have other cards in hand. So, oops. Should have played the Cove first. Alright, let's put that nearby for later. Oh yeah, the season effect was the player having the least cards at the end of assembly. But since everybody ended with the same cards, nobody got the advantage. Otherwise, somebody would have been able to place a clan. Anyway, back over to green. Green is going to see if I can start a clash somehow. We'll go ahead and play Citadel. So it'll add a Citadel to the territory where we're present, and if we don't, and if the advantage card had not been taken yet, or play it, it gets added to my hand. But it's already in my hand, so don't worry about it there. Over to white. So it's going to be a good spot to go for. Oh, well, they didn't, they didn't think ahead on their end either. Because now we're stuck with the king and the land card that we can't play. That's why it helps to think ahead on like what you're trying to draft and how you're going to use it, and not forget what you have to play. So conquest, choose one territory, move any number of your clans from territories adjacent to this chosen territory into it to try to take the hills. Leave at least one person behind. Okay. They have nowhere to run. So we will attack. They have to either discard a card, or when an attack, they're going to react. When attack maneuver is performed against you in the hills, ignore the attack. You do not remove a clan or discard an action card. So the hills have been used. However, raid, during a clash after you performed an attack maneuver, take one random action card from the attack player's hands. Okay. If blue was feeling nice, they could play the Nuada sword, I think. I think they can. I don't know if they can interfere that way, but would be kind of funny. But now black's response is to attack back, and white has to either discard something or give up a clan. We'll discard the king of the land because we screwed ourselves out of it. And then white will strike back. Black will also strike back. And then, no, we don't give up the figure. We give up the card. And then we say, let's end this fight now. And let's say they go ahead and agree to it. So at least we're still there, still chieftain, still got some presence there for black. But they're going to lose the hills next turn. That advantage. Black is not in position to get a pretender token, and they're out of cards to play, so they are passed. Blue is still in the best, pretty good spot here. So Sanctuary. Place one Sanctuary in a territory where you're present and just draw an Epic Tale card. Stone of Fall. Place two clans in the capital's territory. Blue's doing well to get those Epic Tales. Nice. Alright. And it's back to Orange, who is down to one card that is not useful without other cards, so they have to pass. Green. So, if they get attacked in the Highlands, they have a reaction. They could, if they were sharing territory with someone else, uh, place the Philly token and prevent any clash for the rest of the season. Or do New Alliance. So, in territory where you're present, either place a new clan or choose an opponent with two or more clans in this territory and place one of theirs with yours. So, yay. Nobody's got a reaction to that. Alright. White does not have the victory condition lined up, so they're done. Black is still past. It's just back to blue. Blue's probably just gonna ride out the rest of this turn. Let's see here. We'll do new clans. Place two clans in territories where you're present. It'll be the same or different territories. It goes back to orange. They're not doing anything. Green has all out of their reaction and requires shared territory, which ain't happening. So it's back, just gonna come back to blue. So if you can set yourself up to kind of be the last person in order and like be able to wait and see what happens, you've got some better control over the situation. So migration, choose. We'll do the Stonefall. Place two clans in the capital's territory. Yeah, we're just here. And they're placed, not moved, so it doesn't start a clash. Alright. And then it comes back around, no one's able to do anything. Comes back to blue. Alright. Migration. Choose one territory. Move one or more of your clans from the chosen territory to one or more adjacent territories. There's this nice little capital that we could just take right the hell over. Alright. So, proceeding along the Flock of Crows circle, orange will take refuge. And blue will be instigator. So let's remember what withdrawal. Yeah, in order to withdraw, black would need to be the chieftain, which is not, so it's just stuck there. Alright. Blue will target orange with an attack maneuver and choose Iron Mine as a special reaction to it. So the attacked player must both remove an exposed clan and discard an action card. That druid wasn't doing anything for them anyway. Orange does not have an exposed clan to make a maneuver. Black can't withdraw, but we'll try to say, hey, let's... Can we call this peace right now? I mean, sure, it could take out a clan and I could lose one of mine, but can we just go ahead and call it peace? Please. Blue's feeling oddly merciful and says, sure. Alright, so the clash is over. Okay. And then it comes back around, and blue's only card is a reaction. And so everyone has passed consecutively. Alright. So the season is over. So the clash ended. Uh, we're back to the assembly phase. And I might have screwed up on the seasons. Hold up. Alright. At the end of the season, it moves from spring to summer. And now we have some new effects. So at the end of the assembly of Beltane Festival, gives players options for being present in most shared territories. And then during the season, they can actually discard an action card to move up to 3 clans. So it's a way to get at least some kind of mobility out of whatever you end up drawing. Alright. So yeah, new Star Assembly, capital of the chieftain of the capital becomes the Bren, and that is blue. It's gonna go back there for now. That's gonna get discarded. Okay. Nobody's won the game. Nobody has a pretender token. But let's look at the victory conditions right now. Present in 6 or more territories. Everybody but green is present in 2. Chieftain over 6 or more opposing clans. White has got 1. Blue's got 2. Present in territories with 6 or more sanctuaries. Blue has 2. So blue's not in at one of the victory conditions yet, but so far they're doing better than everyone else right now. Okay. Player takes the advantage cards of their territories. So blue still gets the Iron Mine. White gets the Hills. And the Salmon's Creek. Green gets the Highlands. Orange gets the Valley. Blue also gets the Cove. Bren tosses the Flock of Crows token. Still going counterclockwise. Yeah. And then the Bren shuffles the action cards, setting one face down, and then everybody's going to draft their cards and figure out and see how the next turn ends up. So yeah, that's how. Yeah, actually, I've actually went on my way to try to do the draft. It's going to take me for freaking ever. Because it'll be like, look at this player's cards, set that inside. Look at this player's cards, set that card aside and pass. It's gonna like take forever, but you'll get the idea of dealing, drafting, and all that at least. Yeah. Decisions happen very quickly. Either you can play the action cards, or you don't, or you have a reaction, or you've got a victory condition secured to go get the pretender token and let everyone else know that they gotta come after you now. Yeah, I want to see what that new expansion's gonna add as well. And we'll see about featuring that one too. Yeah. While we're here, let's go ahead and cover some of the other stuff for seasons. So yeah, summer. The player having clans present in the most shared territories chooses 1. So most shared territories, black shares 2, white shares 1, orange shares 1, blue shares 2. So blue and black are each going to get the following options to choose from. Add a clan in a shared territory. Place a sanctuary in a shared territory. Place a citadel in a shared territory. So citadel or sanctuary or clan. Or place a new territory adjacent to a shared territory, which would end up here or here. Each player may move one clan from the chosen shared territory to the new one. And in case of a tie, each option may only be chosen once. If all players tie, nothing's gained. And then during the season, you can discard any player can discard an action card to move up to three clans from one territory to another. Going into autumn, at the end of assembly, each player may discard epic tale cards and place a clan in a territory where they're a chieftain. Then each player having more than 3 epic tale cards discards the excess. And then finally, winter. Each player may discard one action card to draw an epic tale. And also, no more than 3 clans can be moved by any one card. And then it cycles back to spring, where the player with not getting any advantages is going to get the bonus clan. So yeah, everything from seasons adds little stuff that doesn't get too terribly complicated, which I appreciate. So it's definitely a critical add-on for the game, especially 5 players. I cannot stress enough how critical it is to have 5-player games. 4 for the groups that we have is just too few. But more than that can get kind of rough with downtime if the game is too rough on downtime. Anyway, that was INIS with the seasons and who knows where it can go from here. All right, thanks for watching. It's Filler, and I'll see you next time.